We are live. Hello, world, and welcome to Stream 4. Got my little G Fuel sippy cup here for the stream with my little Christmas swag on it. I don't know if you guys can see, got some little bells there. Ding, 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 ding. Got my Santa. He's stuck in a chimney. Bubbles and Android, Bug Droid are back there, keeping us on schedule. And let's see, in this stream we are going to be building our navigation, our user menu for our rubberduckarmy.com website. Let's pull up the site here. Where did we leave off last time? So last time we got this is what we got last time. We got our site set up, got some styles going with a little header up here, the fixed header. So if we scroll, the header stays at the top. And we had the little mobile flip there too, so it looks good on mobile devices. And so we're going to be styling up this little menu, a hamburger icon over here today. Making it so when you click on it, a menu pops up over there. You know, an overlay first takes over the screen so you can't interact with the rest of the screen. Then on top of that, we'll lay a little menu where they can select options. So let's go ahead and get everything opened up here. Let's get Rubber Duck Army codebase opened up here in Sublime Text. There, where's our template HTML? That's where we were working out of last time. Here is our header container, and then our body is right there. Zoom this in a little more. 1 second. Get to 26. There we go. And the code, you guys, is up on GitHub. If we go to my website's GitHub.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
GitHub.com/jstolpe. You can search for our Rubber Duck Army codebase. And there it is. We got a couple branches. We got stream 3, which was the last stream. We did some final setup on the server, and we started styling up the website. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is create a new branch for our stream 4. Open up our command line here, go www to our www folder, cd into Rubber Duck Army. Get branch -a, we're on main, perfect. We want to create a new branch off of that. I think we merged that, didn't we? We must have merged, yeah, we merged it, of course we did. Merged it at the end of the last stream. Main is up to date, so we're going to do a git checkout -b for branch stream 4 nav menu. Branch -a again, and we are on our stream 4 nav menu branch. Make sure we have our local host working here. Rubber Duck Army. Alright, so we're working here on our local host out of our www folder. Just get the code structure up here for you guys. Rubber Duck Army. So here's our code base. I don't know if we'll be adding any new things today. I think we'll be doing a lot of global. We're adding these styles to the global template because the user menu is going to be displayed on every single page. We won't be messing with controllers. Well, I shouldn't say yet. If we have enough time, we might head over to creating the login page and the sign up page, but that's only if we have enough time. Views, templates, default. Here's where our HTML is for our default template. And in our app assets, CSS, templates, default, we have our styles CSS file, which is all the styles applied to the global template. We also have our JS folder, templates default script.js file, which is where we will be putting global JS things to handle the toggling of the user menu. Now back in our code base, Sublime Text, here we go. So here's our head template, our HTML template, the global template. Let's open up our templates default style CSS file, the one we were just looking at. The one we set up in the last stream. We got all of our fonts set up nicely, all ready to use from Google Fonts. And our JS folder here, JS templates default script.js. Has nothing in it right now because all we did in the last video was styles and HTML. The first thing I like to do when setting stuff up like this is I like to do the overlay first. And we're not going to worry about toggling or any of that stuff. We're just going to build it so it's on top of everything. Then we'll add in the toggle functionality later. I'm going to build an overlay. Our overlay is going to be global. We'll place that. We can really place that anywhere. Let's place it right here after our, at the top maybe it's better since it's really global. And we'll probably use this for things like a loading screen, a modal pop-up. This is just going to be the overlay that takes up the whole screen. So we could call this a global overlay. Just going to be an empty div that we're going to style up. We'll call this, let's call this our, let's call it global overlay. Now over in our styles, let's actually, you know what I like to do all the time is inline styles until I get it looking right. So we'll give it a background. Let's do RGBA. Because we're going to want a little bit of opacity so we can see through it. Let's make it all black with an opacity of 0.6. See how that looks. Then we want to position it fixed so it does not move, and then we're going to do a height of 100% and a width of 100%. That way it takes over the whole viewport. Height, width, and then I think that's all we need. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at. So if we refresh our page now, this is not local. Where's our local browser at? Local, right there. Does that look good for you guys? Zoom it in a little bit. If you refresh it, now we should see an overlay taking over the page. There we go. See, there's our overlay. But it's not quite right. I do need to get a top on there. Top. Where is it? Here we go. Here's our inline styles. So what else do we need? A top of 0. Or actually, a z index of 1. I don't think we need the top on there, do we? No. Ah, we do. Because it starts. Where's that starting? Ah, yeah. So we got our top 0, so it's always starting at the very top. And then our z-index is going to place it on top of everything. And is that dark enough? I don't know if that's dark enough. Let's try a 0.8. 0.9. Yeah, I like that. That's dark. Just dark enough, but you can see through it. Alright, so I'm going to copy our inline styles here. And now I'm going to create a class over here. Let's put it up here at the top. Body container. And this is our global overlay. I think I'm going to name this global overlay takeover. I like that better. Takeover. Get our CSS here looking nice. Global overlay takeover. Get rid of our inline styles. refresh our page just to make sure it's the class applied. There it is, global overlay takeover. And then we can set that to display none. You always want it to start out as display none when the page loads. Then we just have to implement some click events to toggle that. Now we're going to move on to the user menu, the hamburger menu, which is right here, user menu icon. That's our FA bars. FA bars. Begin with a div here for our user menu, a container div. If I can type, user menu container. And that's where we'll place all of our options. And for now, we'll just have a login and a sign up option. Scroll that up a little bit so you guys above my camera. Here's our user menu container, and we're going to do this position relative. We want it to be right by this menu bars icon, but we're going to put it below the menu icon when it pops up, so you can still see the menu icon. Then we're going to have an inner div. This will be position absolute. Alright, let's put option 1, or options for now. We'll build out the options after this. See where we're at here. Okay, look at, there's our option. For sake of looks for now, I'm going to go ahead and comment out this line right here, the display none for global overlay takeover. That'll make testing a little easier here. We're going to wrap all of our options in a div. if we refresh our page, our global overlay should be there, and our user menu is there, but it is in the background because we need a Z index on it. Let's get our Z index on here. Why is my LinkedIn? Okay. So you guys gotta bear with me here. Only the 4th stream, trying to get all these chats and, you know, trying to learn how to stream here at the same time still. LinkedIn. It's kind of annoying, LinkedIn and Instagram and TikTok. They don't come through Streamlabs chat. So that's annoying. Or maybe they do, and I just haven't figured it out yet. Get rid of that. Alright, we needed the Z index on our, let's see, the container. So we'll do a Z index here. Well, I gotta specify a Z index. 2. We'll do 2 because we did the overlay was 1. Yeah, 1. So now our Z index will be 2 with the user menu, so it should be on top. If we know what we're talking about. Which I don't think it took. Why did that take? Let's zoom this in here so you guys can see here. Z index, header container. Z index 1. Well, I think I gotta move this header container down, or the global overlay down. Inside of the header container here. Right? Yeah, header container. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta get the global overlay right there inside of the header container. Where's our global overlay display? None. Boom, 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 boom. We need to give ourselves a background on that, otherwise it's too confusing. Background. Just make it white. Where's our global overlay? Come inside of our header container. There we go. Our nice options menu. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, so we want to style this up to make it look obviously better. Where's our... Are we good with our user menu container? Yeah, let's make this a width of 200 pixels maybe. Get it over to the right with a right 0. See how this looks when it's zoomed out to 100%. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe need a little bigger font there though. Where's our user menu? User menu. Alright, user menu. Let's call this our user menu. User menu. I think this will be pretty straightforward. We're just going to copy this. Don't need to do any inline styles for this. User menu can go right here. Font size, let's try 16 pixels. Let's get our box shadow going on here. Alright. Do we need a box shadow? I don't know. We'll see how it looks. Actually, this box shadow is like dark, so let's just do all white. Give it a little glow effect maybe. User menu. And what else did we add here? I know we added some position absolute. Let's just copy our whole style out of there. And our user menu container, position relative, z index 2. Get rid of that inline style. User menu container. Paste in our styles there. Then we have our inner class here for our absolute. User menu container. Let's call this inner. User menu container inner, get rid of the inline style. Menu container inner. We got our position absolute, because now we're inside of the position relative, which is relative to our header here. Width max, or it's always 200, and then we want to make sure it's always on the right side of the screen. See what our user menu looks like now. Alright, font size 16. I think that's, boy, I don't know, should it be bigger? That is 100%, right? Yeah, 100%. And that's what it looks like. Maybe we should make it bold too. User menu can font size, font weight, bold. Font weight bold. You know, let's leave it for now. It might look better if we actually put the login options in there. Log in, sign up. And now we can treat each of these here as a user menu item, which we will style up. We can put one class on all of them, and we'll call it user menu item. Then we just have to style up this user menu item class. Get this all set up over here. Zoom this in here. So let's see, where's our there's our user menu item. Let's give it a padding of 10 pixels. Oh yeah, I see that glow on there. I like that glow. It's a good glow. Where's our, we gotta make this 200 too. With 200 pixels. Oops, wrong thing. Where's our absolute? User menu. Where were we? User menu. Item. Padding 10 pixels. We need to give it a border. Bottom 1 pixel solid. E3, E3, E3. Good enough. I don't know. Cursor pointer. I think we'll leave it at that. Let's do that over here in our styles. Where's our border? Red. That's what I was trying to get rid of. Border red. We don't want that anymore. Looking a little better. Starting to come together. Thinking I want a different font on there, though. Where's our global background? Global overlay, hide, display none. Maybe this font right here. What font is this? Home view font, light. Park and Sands light. All right, global overlay. Come back. Check, uncheck display none. Inspect, menu item, font, family. Is that our, that is what it is. Font family, let's do bold. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good look. Yeah, I like that login style. We're for sure doing that. Font family, Park and Sands bold into our user menu item class. Now if we refresh our page, we got the bold font. What else do we want to do here? We want to add some icons over to the right side. First, let's get hover going. Hover state, maybe? Hover state, icons. I don't know if I like the border bottom on that color. Is it not, it's not dark enough? we have a border on this, or is this just a box shadow? Content container. What about this color? Might be too light. I don't know, that's not bad. What about the background? Let's see the background of the whole page. That can be our border color. Body background. Is that too light though? Global overlay. Come back. Zoom in here on our user menu. User menu. Border bottom. Oh, that might be too light at 100. I don't know, it's subtle enough. Or is it? Let's try a little darker color. And we gotta make sure we don't have the border bottom on the last option either. We don't want it on the bottom, just in the ones in the middle. Just gonna leave it. What about 333? Too dark. Too dark? Too dark? Yeah, too dark. Maybe E3 is good. I think E3 is good. So we have border bottom, E3, E3. Let's do a user menu item. Call this one dot last. We'll target a user menu item class that has a last class. Border bottom 0 pixels. User menu item last. And now the border bottom is overridden because we have our last class on there. I think we can go ahead and let's get some icons in here. So we'll have like login, and then on the other side of the option, we'll have a little login icon, a font awesome icon. Spread those out into each a div. Let's do a style equals display flex. Style equals text align right. Whoa, where's my font awesome here? FA solid, FA, or gonna have to look up Font Awesome here. And find ourselves some icons. Fontawesome.com. Search for login. We want free icons. I think we learned that last time. We're limited to icons since we're only on the free tier, but that is fine with us. Looking for like an arrow login. Sign up. Yeah, right here. Right to bracket. So this is our free tier right here, Classic Solid. If I go to regular, you'll see the Pro pops up. So we're stuck with the regular, which is fine, or the Solid. We're just gonna copy FA right to bracket and place that right after our FA-solid right there. Oh, I don't want to copy the whole thing. Just the class name. There we go. FA solid, which is telling it to use Font Awesome Solid, and then the icon, the solid icon we want from Font Awesome. Let's refresh our page here. Zoom in here, and there's our icon. It's showing up nicely. Let's see, we got a text line right. This needs to be, what do we miss up here? Display flex. This needs to be, why isn't that? There we go. Didn't need the text align on either of them. Thought we needed text align on one. Good to know. We got our little flex set up. Display flex. Just put our, oh, I didn't have the flex on this one when I started. Now we need to copy this over for our sign up. And let's find ourselves a little sign up icon. Sign up. User plus. I like that one right there. User plus. FA-user-plus. FA-user-plus. Refresh the page. Perfect. Login and sign up. I'm going to throw a third option in the middle here, just so we have more than two, a top and a bottom. Option 2. Because I think I want to make the top user menu item, let's do top, have a nice border radius on the top and the bottom. User.menu.top. Oops, wrong. Web browser. You want to put, where's our user menu? Top. First menu item is going to get border radius, or sorry, border top left radius of 5 pixels. Oh, I must have to put this on. Why didn't that work? Yo, what's up, man? IDE, using Sublime Text currently. I did download Visual Studio a week or so ago. Getting used to that. I still don't know all the ins and outs of it, but working on moving over there slowly. I mean, everybody's using most people are using Visual Studio right now, it seems, so I figure I'd hop on the bandwagon. What am I missing here? Border radius is not applying here. Probably messed up the inline styles somewhere. Ah, look at that. Our option 2 doesn't have a line below it. Option 2. Get rid of the last class on there. Let's class some of these things out here. Class user menu. User item. Let's call it user item. And this just gets a display flex style. Display flex. We don't need anything on the text for it, but we need to do a flex one on the user item icon. We'll call this user item icon flex 1. User item, we're going to do the same thing for the next 2 items as well. Same with the user item icon. Now we got rid of our classes, or our styles. Inline styles, bad. There we go. Oh, we need a hover. We need a hover option, or a hover state. User menu item. User menu item. Hover. Let's make it. What should we do? Color white. Background black. Refresh. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Zoom out. 100%. Still looks good at 100%. I don't know if I like the all black though. I feel like I need a different color. Yeah, it's too dark. I don't like the all black. Oh yeah, JetBrains too. JetBrains is amazing. I've heard of that one. JetBrains. Is that free? I don't know if JetBrains is free, is it? But I will look into that. I don't know, I've just been using Sublime Text for so long that it's what I know, it's what I'm used to. I need a better background color. Ooh, what if we did the bubbles logo color? What color even is that? That could be... App, assets, images, open up the logo. It's gonna be really bright. Open in good old GIMP. Come on, GIMP. There we go. Let's get our little eyedropper tool. What color is this? Hex color. Just the 4F00. RG. RG, no B. Background. It's gonna look. I don't think we want the color white. I think we'll leave the color black for that hover. Oh, it doesn't look bad. I actually kind of like it. Look at that. Yeah, it's way better than the all black. Do we make the border all black for... Let's see what that looks like. Menu, item, border bottom. What if we just did black borders? Sorry, 0. I don't like it. I like the lighter border color. What was I trying to do? Oh, I was trying to get the border radius. What was up with the border radius? It's not working here. On my user border radius. Oh, there we go. 10. Let's do 5 pixels on our inner border radius. 5 pixels. Looks like we also need a border radius on. Yep, you see how when I hover it, we got to get the border radius on the div for the items too. We got the overall container, but we still need to put a border radius on the top here. Now when you hover, if you see the left side is still square, but the right side is not because we've added our border top radius here. We do a border top left radius of 5 pixels. Now when we hover, it should look good on both sides when you hover it. Zoom way in here. If we uncheck these, you see that square pops back up. Boom, boom. Place these border top radius on our top class. I thought I created a top. Where is it? Top, right here. Menu item top. We want border top radius. Then we have our, actually let's, bottom. We'll call bottom instead of last. Border bottom radius. Update our user menu item dot bottom right there. Now if we refresh our page, zoom out here. Now look at that, our bottom sign up is looking good. Login, hover, and they're still rounded. just like we wanted. Trying to think if there's anything else we want to do to this menu right now. We could leave a third. I'm going to leave this third option here. We'll make this one the login right here. We can make the top one a home option. Home. Change this icon to FA home. I'm just guessing here on this one. Sometimes they're that self-explanatory, the Font Awesome icons. And I just guess the name, refresh it, and look at that. I have also used Font Awesome quite a bit, so there's that. But now we got our home option, our login option, and our sign up option. All with nice little icons over there. We zoom it out to 100%, it still looks good. Looks really small to you guys though on stream. Let's go to mobile. Refresh our page here. Yeah, it looks good on mobile. I think that's big enough for mobile. I don't know, do we need to make it bigger? I don't think so. That should be definitely usable on mobile. Good enough. Can always modify stuff later. I think that is good enough for our menu right now. Style it up, at least. It's looking good. I think we're going to go ahead and we'll wrap these user menu items in an A tag. So they actually go somewhere when the user clicks on them. And this can go to our base URL. That's our home. We'll just have them all go home for now. Go to your home. And then when we implement our login and sign up pages, we'll just tack on the controller name, which will just be login or sign up to the base URL. So it'd be like sign up. Then we'll create a sign up controller and a sign up view. And we'll reuse all of these beautiful styles that we've been working on. Now, I do think the A tags are going to apply some unwanted styles. Yep, look at that. So we didn't want. But we'll just write some classes to take care of that. But I'm out of my G Fuel drink here, so I'll be right back. We are back. Got a refill on the G Fuel. It's actually not another G Fuel. Just poured some strawberry peach LaCroix. Delicious stuff. Just a little sparkling water. So, getting rid of these ugly default A styles. That's where we were at, right? Yeah. A tag. Oh, let me zoom in the developer tools here. Our A tag. I think we're gonna do text decoration of none. Get rid of those underlines on there, and color black. Zeros. Or should we make it a little lighter? That is the question. We'll just leave it black for now. User menu item needs to be black. Home. User menu item. Color black. So I'm going to put the color on the user menu class. User menu class. What was the user menu class? Oh my goodness. Or user item class. It needs to be color black. User item. Color black. Then we want to create a default style for our A tag. And get rid of that underline on it. I guess I could put the text decoration none on the user menu item. Or the user item. Oh, we still need it on the A, it's getting overridden. We have to put it on that div right there, I think. Home. Screw it, we're just going to keep it on the A tag. Text decoration none. Where did my browser go? There we go. Now we look good, and if we click on any of these, it'll take us to our home page. Perfect. I think that'll about do it for the styles. Might move on to JavaScript now. Show hide, little show hide action. I don't think I need anything. Oh, we should style up the hamburger icon. That needs to pop. But I think we'll do that with our JavaScript. Or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's get our JavaScript running at least so we can toggle the menu. Then we'll go on from there. Over in our app assets JS templates default script JS file. I think this is being loaded on every page. Or did we not include this yet in our HTML template? Script, template, specific JS. Here we go. JS templates, default script JS. There it is. Which is this script right here. I'm thinking, at the template level, we want to run stuff when the document is ready. So once it's ready, then we can add our click events to our user menu icon right here. But only after the page is loaded. Once the document's ready, that means all the HTML has been loaded, and we can go ahead and apply our script to it. Function and close it out. So this is our document ready function. And I'm going to write a object here. It's going to be called right here. We're going to call an initialize function for our, think of this object that'll handle our global functionality for this template, which will include the user menu because it'll be loaded on most of the pages. Remember, this is the template, and we inject page-specific things like page-specific HTML right here, and then the body HTML specific to the view that we're wanting to load is right here. Everything else in this template will be loaded on every page. Rubber duck army. Alright, our rubber duck army object. I don't know how much we should implement right now, except for we'll just implement the user menu. Yeah, and then we'll call that right in here. So right after our template specific JS, which is this script right here, we can go ahead and recall our initialize function. Rubber duck army. I don't think we'll pass in any parameters right now. That'll be future stuff, future features that get implemented. Because right now I just don't think we need, because we will want base URL eventually in JavaScript at a global level, which we could put right in here. So anywhere in the entire site, you just call rubberduckarmy.base URL. But I don't think this is the only JavaScript we're doing right now. So we'll leave that for a future video. Initialize RDA. So the only thing we'll be doing right now is initializing our user menu. Gotta get our self. I just like doing this for best practice. I know you could just use this, but for me, it makes more sense in my head. Get self. Then we set up our user menu. And we just do console log user menu is set up. Heading over to our console, we refresh the page. Console log user menu is set up, and that's all there is to it. User menu has been set up. If only it were that easy. No, I was just checking to see if we, set up our object correctly and we're actually making it to that function right here. Now, in this function, we get to take care of setting up the actual user menu functionality, the toggle with JavaScript. Document.get elements by class name. And we're searching for our user menu icon. FA bar is that class name right there. There should only be one of these on the site. Just like that. And we're going to get the first one out of this array, because this returns an array of elements. Then I'm going to use my add event listener here. We're just going to dot things together. Dot add event listener function. Just like that. Maybe I should break this up into two. I like, because it's two. No, that's fine. It goes off the screen though. Alright, let's call this variable user menu icon element. User menu icon element dot add event listener. And we're going to listen for a click event, not a loaded event. Get user menu element with JavaScript. On click for menu icon. Okay, so clicked. Make sure we're getting in here. I also want to go ahead and now hide our global overlay on page load, as well as our user menu, which is, I think, the container element we want to hide. Yeah, this whole user menu container, display none. So the user menu container gets a display none as well on page load. Refresh our page. Everything looks good. The menu is not taking over the screen on page load. Let's inspect, get the console open here. The user menu has been set up, correct. If we click on it, it has been clicked. Nothing's happened yet because we haven't coded that part. But when we do click it, what we're going to want to do is we're going to display this, right? We're going to remove the display none from the user menu container, as well as our global overlay takeover. And that's what it'll look like when it gets clicked. Toggle that, and then we want it to go away, so we'll just put the display nones back in place. Easy peasy. Yo, Caden, thank you. Appreciate it. Hope all is well tonight. We're just chilling, coding up a website from scratch. Open source. All right, where was I? Ah, yes. Back to our click event for our script. Click, event, and in here we want to do our event.stop propagation. Stop the click event from bubbling up. Stop bubbles. Bubbles. Stop bubbles. And then we're going to do self. This is why I like doing self, because now self is referring to, inside of this function, right there, self is referring to our object here, especially when we're inside an event listener, where there's also this. This is everywhere. User menu toggle. And we'll create a function for this, just in case you want to call this from elsewhere in the future. And it's nice to segment things out like this. Set up user menu, copy that over. That was weird. Bracket wasn't working. This is user menu toggle. Once we click on it, we want to toggle that user menu container. Remember, I just toggled that display none in the console over there. Right here, our user menu container, display none. We want to toggle that, just like that. How do we do that? Well, we're going to do a get elements by class name with our user menu container class. Same thing as we did up here for our user menu icon. But here we're going to get our user menu container, the whole thing. User container element. So what we do is we copy this class name right here, right into here. And again, it's an array, so we're going to get the 0th element because arrays start at 0, not 1. Then we can go ahead and toggle the menu container now that we have the element. Toggle container. Do user container element dot class list dot toggle. And we have to make so we're going to toggle a hide class. We're going to add this hide class on, or we're going to remove it, which is what the toggle does. It looks for the hide class. If it's there, toggles it whichever way, depending on if it's there or not already. User menu container. And this is a user menu container dot hide. We're going to set the dot hide to display none. And we're going to get rid of the display none on our user menu container right here. So now when the page loads, the menu appears. Well, what do? Oh no. We're going to load it with our user menu container. Down here, if I do a hide, it goes away. So we're going to load it up with user menu container hide. That way it is hidden on page load. Where is our user menu container? There it is. Hide. Now when we click on our user menu, oh, I spelled something wrong. That never happens. Where is our script? Stop propagation. Okay. Little spelling error. Never hurt anyone. Click on the user menu and it pops up. Click on it again and it goes away. If we inspect our code here, what is happening? Well, let's load a page. See, there's our hide. Can you see that? Yeah, they can see that. Yeah, that's good enough. We have our hide, user menu container hide right here. Now if I click this, boom, it toggles the class, goes away because it was there. Click it again, the hide class comes back. Now we need to update for our overlay. So menu toggle. We toggled the hide element. Now we need to also show the overlay depending on whether or not the menu is visible. If menu is visible, if else menu is not visible. Do stuff. Well, how do we know if the menu is visible or not? We can just look at the user container element dot offset parent. This will tell us if the user container element is visible or not. If it is visible, hold on, if it's visible, it's not visible to begin with. So let's start in the else. We're going to get another element here. For this element, we're going to be getting our global overlay takeover element. Global overlay takeover. Global overlay let's just call it global overlay element. Equals, and then our get elements by class name array, getting the first element from that array. And on that element, we're going to want to set the, I think it's style, hold on. Dot style dot display equals block. Because it was display none, now we're going to want to make it display block. We can copy and paste those same lines right here, but this time, if the menu is visible, we want to do the style display none. I think this might fit on one. Well, let's see if this works. Hold on. If we refresh the page, oh, we got those backwards. Did we get those backwards? If it's visible. If it's not visible, then we don't want to display it. There we go. That makes sense. If it is visible, we want to display block. We want to take over the screen with the global overlay. So I think we don't need to use this again, so I could just take this, do the dots. All about dotting things together. Look at that. Getting it down to one line of code. Just like that. Try our page here again. Toggle on. Ooh, but the problem is our overlay has taken over our hamburger menu. So we can't click on it. Global overlay has taken over our flex rate span icon here. So if we put let's see, z index on here of 2 or 3, what's the user container? 2. This one isn't positioned. Why can't I see? Oh, it's because it's still black. Let's see if we put a color on here. Color white. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so if we put a z index of 2, I think, just like the nav bar. So we want it to be black when it's... Okay, let's go over here. JavaScript. We want to set this when it's display none, we want it black. Color of black. Let this be style color. Or style of nothing. If we leave it blank, it'll just default to whatever it was before. Get user. Let's get these comments cleaned up. Get overlay. Get overlay. Get. And then we want to get the menu icon, which is user-menu-icon. Set that color to whatever it was when the page was loaded. Otherwise, when it's being displayed, when the menu is being displayed, we want to switch the icon menu to be white. I think that makes sense in my head. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's see if it works. Well, it made it white. Oh, I didn't put the Z index on it. What was I putting the Z index on? The user menu bar. User menu icon. Yes. Gotta get those styles right. What was I putting on here? Position, relative, and then Z index of 2. Alright, so it loads up, it's black. Nice. Click on it. It's white because it's on the overlay. Looks a lot better that way. And we click it again and it goes away. Our overlay, nav pop up and they disappear. I don't like the spacing here though on user menu container. Yeah, this one right here maybe. User menu container. The spacing on the bottom. Let's do a margin top of 10 pixels. Oh, that's too much. 5. That looks better. Evenly spaced. Margin top of 5 pixels. Alright, let's see how this looks at 100%. Looking good. Home. Login. Sign up. What next? Oh, I think we got to... Oh, this is a tricky one. Getting the on click for outside of... So right now you have to click on the menu icon again. for it to toggle. What if I click out here? It doesn't go away. Let's add a little listener for that. And we're going to add that in our setup menu, of course. It's part of the menu when we set it up. Let's get rid of this console log here. Is there another console log somewhere? Yeah, console log clicked. We don't need that anymore. So we've got our click listener for the menu icon. Next, we're going to add a listener to the entire window. We get our stop bubbles again. We're looking for our user menu container element. So this would be any click on the entire window. User container element dot class list. Contains does not contain. If we don't contain the hide class, our user container element, the menu is visible. Menu visible. So the menu is visible. What do we do next? We check for offset parent. Check for the user container element here. Contains event.target, which is the event coming in from our function right here. Or if our element here contains the target, then we can call our self. Wait, if the event like how clean your code is and you're not afraid to add. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like how clean your code is and you are not afraid to add space between your quotes. Love it. Agree. Just looks so much cleaner that way. So we were trying to... What were we trying to do? Oh, that's right. Alright, if the user element does not contain hide, the menu is visible. In that case, we want to check to see the user container element, the offset parent, and we are not, the event is not in our user element, container element. That means the click was outside of the user menu container. So in this case here, if, in these two ifs, nested ifs, I know, good stuff, the click happened on the page that was outside of the user menu container. And in that case, we want to toggle our menu. I knew it was a good idea to separate out this into its own function. Nice little easy self.user menu toggle right there. Let's test it out. The menu still toggles when you click on it. And if I click outside of it, the menu goes away. But if I click on the menu, it still goes away. If I click on a link, doesn't matter. Goes to the link. And doesn't fire. It shouldn't fire because it's inside of here. Because we targeted the event.target for only events that are not inside of our user menu container. So this shouldn't fire here when you click on an element inside of the menu container. I know. Is that clear as mud now? You know what? It works. So if it works, it works. What time do we got here? 7:15. How long have we been going? An hour 43? I'm gonna go grab some more water. We'll be right back and figure out what we're gonna do next. Alright. I think we have enough time to set up the login page. Well, at least the skeleton for the page. I don't know if we'll code up the login page, but get the controller set up, the view folder set up. I think we have enough time for sure to do that for the login and sign up. Just trying to think if there's anything else for this user menu we need. But I think we got things covered. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, let's check it on mobile. Don't know why it would look any different than it did before. We've just been doing JavaScript. Yeah, when we click outside, it works. Alright, let's get our login page set up. Back to our app folder, controllers, copy our home, rename it login. Login. Do the same for sign up. Sign up. Then in our views folder, copy over our home view, rename it login, and do the same one more time for sign up. And each of those has their own HTML body and their HTML head that get injected into our main template. Then we can't forget about our assets folder. We're going to need a CSS and a JavaScript folder for each of our login and sign up. Login, and then this has our styles CSS file here for our login specific styles. We'll copy that over to our sign up. Sign up. Now we have a CSS styles file for logging in and signing up pages. And we're going to do the same for JavaScript. We're going to want to have some login specific JavaScript. Name this login. There's our login script.js file. And then we'll copy over it again and call this sign up. Sign up. I think that is all the code the new files we'll need to be creating. So back in our code editor, our IDE, we're going to go ahead and open up. Let's make sure these are all clear first. Let's start with our controller. It's a good place to start. Login controller. Update things here. Login page. Rename the controller. Our index function here. And this stuff can all be left the same for now. Site display name. Rubber duck army dot pipe login. Open up our sign up controller. Do the same thing here. Update it from what our home controller was. And we'll make the page title sign up. Sign up. Then it's going to load all our things. Get view HTML. This time it'll use our controller name, the sign up, to look in the sign up folder for the head HTML and the HTML body. And the HTML head over here in our login HTML head, it simply contains the link and the script to the styles and the script.js file that we just created inside of our controller folder, which in this case is to be login. And in the case of our sign up HTML head, we'd have signup/styles.css and script.js. And then we can add any other head things we'd ever need here that are specific to the sign up page or the login page if we need to, but we don't need to. So we're just going to include those two things. Open up our CSS login styles and our sign up styles. I don't think we're going to add anything to those in this video, at least. Leave those blank. Our JavaScript folder JS login script.js blank. Our sign up script.js is also blank, right? Because these are blank views we're going to be adding whatever we want to these views. This is just kind of the skeleton for a view, an initial view setup. And last but not least, we're loading our HTML body from our controller view folder, views login HTML body. And we copied it over from the home view, and we'll name this login. Same with our sign up HTML body, we'll call this sign up. Now we can at least check whether or not we are actually going to the different views because they have a different header. Updating our user nav, gotta update that. Remember the A tags we added here? Well, now we can add on our controller. So login is base URL / login. Sign up is base URL / sign up. And if we've done everything correctly, go ahead and refresh the page, and if we go to our menu, click on login, there we go, it took us to our login view. If we go to sign up, it'll take us to our sign up page, where we will have a sign up form. Same for our login page, and if we click on home, it'll take us back to the home view. I'm going to open up, or not open, go back to the script.js for our login. And we're going to copy over our document ready listener here. We're going to want to do this on a lot of pages. You want to do a lot of JavaScript after the document has been loaded. So where did I place that in the HTML for our template? Up here, right here. I'm going to copy over this DOM content loaded function to our login script. And for now, we'll just do a console log here. Console.log. Login page ready. Do the same for our sign up page. Because in the next few videos or streams, we will be implementing listeners for when the user clicks the login button. We're going to want to validate the login form. When they click the login button or the sign up button on the sign up form, we're going to want to validate the sign up form, and we're going to do all that JavaScript in here when the DOM is ready. DOM content loaded, document ready. Go back to our browser here, inspect it, get the console ready. Make sure our scripts are loading. If I go to the login page, and we didn't get a console log. Sign up page loading? No errors though. Oh, I did a hard refresh and it worked. There it is, login page ready. I think that is a good place to kind of wrap things up here. We did what we set out to do. We got the menu working, and it looks great, guys. Just letting you know. I didn't think I would like this light color, but I'm kind of digging this highlight color here. We've got our user menu set up. It pops up. The overlay pops up behind it to take over the whole screen. And that is how you do that with and we just use basic HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. That's really all we did here. Doesn't take much, and you can have a nice looking site. Now what we got to do is we got to get our code merged back into the main branch. Git status. Let's see all of the files that we have modified and added. We got our modified files here, our untracked files here. So we'll do a git add all. Add all the files. Then if we do a git status, they're all greenlit, and we do git commit -m stream for what did I comment on the last one? Kind of keep these commits standard, I guess, somewhat. It's only the second commit we're doing here, but let's see. Rubber Duck Army. Rubber Duck Army has 8 commits. Stream 3 update. I just called it updates. So yeah, I guess that's fine because Stream 3, the description is kind of in the branch. Yeah, so let's do just Stream 4 updates. We'll leave the branch alone. Rubber Duck Army. Oh, there's the branches. 2 branches. Okay. So Stream 4, did I even put a dash in there? I don't think I did. Code commits, Stream 3 updates. Then we merge it. Alright, let's just keep doing it that way. Stream 4 updates. Push to our Stream 4 branch. Double check it on GitHub. Refresh our page here, go to our Stream 4 branch. Committed just now, Stream 4 updates. Alright. Everything is on GitHub from our Stream 4 branch. We'll do a git checkout main. Head back here, refresh our page, and we get that error. Why? Because we have not created a login class yet in our main branch. Our main branch is way out of date. Doesn't even have the user nav menu yet. Unbelievable. Let's go back to the index page. We got the home view. This is just where it was when we started this stream. The menu doesn't work, and so let's go ahead and merge it. Git merge, and we're going to merge Stream 4. So we're merging Stream 4 nav menu into our main branch because we are currently on the main branch. Push that to main. Let's refresh our local host. Looks the exact same, but does the menu work? Oh, the menu now works. So now we are on main, and all our changes from our branch have been merged successfully into main. We have a login page, and we have a sign up page. We go back to Rubber Duck Army, our GitHub. Just verifying it's all here. I mean, I know it's here, but there's our news branch for Stream 4. Nav menu. Rubber Duck Army, the latest commit was merging of branch stream 4 nav menu. Alright, so let's go to our website, rubberduckarmy.com. Right? It's going to be old code, some very old code here. Oh, let's first look at our dev site, /dev/site.
I understand perfectly.
And nothing works. Because we got to push our code. Just get logged in here to my server. Zoom this out a little bit here, so at least everything's on one line. Alright, so don't minimize. So we're going to run our script, our deploy script, which we created back in stream 1, I think we got that set up. Deploy Rubber Duck Army dev from Git. Deployed. Check our dev site. Look at that. It's up and running on dev. You guys can go and check it out yourselves. Sign up and log in are there. Now we just have to run our secondary script. Deploy Rubber Duck prod from dev. Boom, boom, boom. A little rsync action. And if we refresh our rubberduckarmy.com, the production website, our changes are now live. You guys can go check out the login, the sign up, the user menu. It looks good on desktop and mobile. Zoom out to 100%. And all is good. Alright, everything has been committed. We have set out what we started at the beginning of the stream for creating a user nav with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. And we deployed our code, and now it's on production. So guys, go check out rubberduckarmy.com. The repo, also public, accessible, open source at github.com/jstolby/rubberduckarmy. Go there and you guys can follow this journey that we are on. Once we get through this boring logging in and signing up and basic just site setup stuff, you know, I mean the real boring stuff was the server setup initially, pointing name servers, waiting for the DNS to propagate, setting up scripts. But we're still kind of getting the site set up, you know, the look and the feel of it, and the styles, we're still have to nail those down. I'm kind of liking where it's at right now, but that could change by tomorrow. And yeah, that's rubberduckarmy.com. I think that's a good place to end the stream. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Leave a follow, like, comment, and share the stream. I really appreciate wherever you're watching from, whatever platform you're watching from. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. And with that, I just got to figure out my boom, maybe? There we go. Still figuring out the stream. Still figuring out how to use Streamlabs and be more efficient at it, but I really appreciate you guys joining the stream. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, world.
He said one day you'll leave this code behind, so write that code and don't remember. Some senior told me when I was level 1, these are the bugs that never die.